Welcome to Rebel Watch, an all-Star Wars podcast.
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly.
This is just like a therapeutic relaxation moment because this is okay. So can I go ahead? Can we actually do the introduction that we had planned?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can go back and hit the intro if you want, and then start recording. Actually, what's great is we're actually now recording.
We're recording it, so it's all good. It's all good. We won't even bother doing the intro because the intro was sweet.
Yeah,
but the moment passed.
But did it?
Yeah,
it did pass. But
yeah.
Well, Amanda said everyone's crystal clear.
Thank you, Amanda. Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Jimmy said no crackle.
Jimmy,
we're good.
Okay, we're golden. The golden voice.
Which Jimmy we talking about here? I'm worried.
How to get on there? You were saying.
Well,
to start the opening.
To start, I was saying that first of all, this has taken, over a week to put together.
It's been a lot of time.
And there's still going to be some kinks. And so, yeah, Jimmy's saying some crackling again.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to hear some, it might cut in and out. We are recording,
You might hear a flatulence every once in a while.
You might hear that.
I edit those out, post.
Right, yeah.
Production.
Mike will post the clean version later on. But so with it being live, we're going to have to... Yeah. We need to upgrade the internet, too.
Yeah, that could be part of it. It doesn't make any sense, but it's working now, and for that, I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm just glad that you can, the visuals up there, you can kind of see us.
Yeah.
Watch this. Friends, Ez can just pop right over here. And, oh, there's Holly.
There's Holly.
And we're having sound problems again.
We are.
Sound problems again? What do you mean by sound problems?
I don't know. I guess we're breaking up.
That's the internet connection, man.
Then we've got to disconnect this zombie.
Something's happening.
Oh, guess what happened?
What?
Your computer fell
Content
asleep.
issues detected. We've detected copyright audio in your stream.
That's what happened.
Son of a gun. YouTube shut us down, man.
They shut us down.
They shut us down. I mean, we're still going, but they said your stream may temporarily be blocked.
Well, have fun with that because I'm going to cut out that part of the introduction.
Yeah.
So you
pieces
whatever.
up.
That's absolutely bananas. So I'll give them that one. But here's the thing. We've had one video flagged for copyright, and you know what it was?
Yep.
A 20-second sound clip from episode 6 from some German company. It wasn't even Fox. It wasn't even Lucasfilm. It was someone trying to claim the rights. And you know what the other thing is? That video wasn't even public when they flagged it for copyright. So I don't know. So joke's on them because I'm just going to cut out that whole intro, and it's just...
Well, actually, I think the joke's on you guys because my feed is perfect, and you guys are not.
Well, that's where it's coming from. That's hilarious.
What?
That's what they're saying is that when we switch over to Holly sounds beautiful, apparently.
Well, now Pete said it sounds perfect. I'm getting mixed.
Guys, hold on a second.
Yeah.
What's funny is they now have us.
It's a comedy hour.
Have us in a box. They can tell us that it's working.
Guys,
working.
did someone mute the feed? I have no idea.
All of a sudden, it just went black.
Who knows?
This is the talk show that people have been waiting for.
It really is.
If actually, you know what? Do we even have to talk about Star Wars? Because I've always wanted to have a talk show.
I know you have.
And we can slam
This
YouTube.
could honestly be just a meet the group here type of thing.
Meet all the freaking plots we have going on.
Oh, it's a Rebel Watch meet and greet.
Yeah, turn it into a Q&A session. I'm down. You want to know what?
Here's what's going to happen. I've been saying this for a few weeks now. When we walk into Celebration, someone's going to walk in and say, "Oh, guys, Rebel Watch, you guys are a joke."
It's a joke
in the podcasting realm.
Dude, I can't.
We try to do something special, and it just backfires.
Well, someone out there who's going to Celebration, please make a T-shirt that just says "Rebel Watch is a joke." Yeah, what a joke.
Yeah, I'll make the T-shirt. And put it on
we want to make some. Yeah, we need to make some money.
You also have to pay $14.
I'm gonna say don't actually do that.
You sure?
How about this? We'll just make a poll and we'll see. Do you think Rebel Watch is a joke?
Well, here's the thing, though. If it becomes 100% yes, it's a joke.
Is it a funny joke?
I'm gonna go into a depression.
Is it a funny joke though? Mike's a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But that's the
doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't. The struggles, the ups and downs of the Sith plots. Although, can we take a moment to appreciate how far we have come in from using our iPhone, you know, and trying to like rig this.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 15 cables going into an iPhone.
We did.
Bunch of splitters and converters.
It worked better than what we have going on
and
right
it worked
now.
better. Yeah, I don't know if we could have gone live, but it would have.
Maybe.
It's so crazy. So I don't know. It's fun for us because it's just nice to kind of, you know, do this. I mean, we've got I can switch back and forth here. I mean, there's Holly again for you guys. Like,
well, who knows? The sound's probably cutting out. We don't know.
We don't even know at this point.
I can tell you.
We need someone like upstairs monitoring. Like,
Here's the
all of a
thing.
sudden you're Tom's voice. You guys are out again.
Yeah, you guys are out again. I think we can actually have Holly get in the live feed, plug her headphones into her computer, and not listen to the monitoring from the mixer. And she can be like a 10-second delay. Would be like, Holly, can you hear us? And she'd be like,
hey,
That sounds like a lot of work.
I can't hear you guys. Nothing.
10 seconds
Cut
ago.
the feed.
we've moved on, Holly.
Oh, hey, thank goodness. You know, we don't have any psychopathy, but we are, you know, just a quick little.
Yeah.
Holly, what you got over there? Let me flip down here to Holly real quick. She is working on a little.
It's not working on a little. It's working on her third rum.
Okay,
and
she
Coke.
doesn't even want to show you guys. It's a massive amount of alcohol. But
She needs one of those crazy straws to run from the
Please,
drink.
can I
because,
please get a crazy straw?
I have a few.
Wait,
We can
it
make
can't be
happen.
plastic. It has to be reusable.
Oh, we have a plastic allergy, or
Oh, well, I just meant disposable. Sorry.
oh, okay. So it's a save the animals type situation.
It's the save the everyone type of situation.
That's true. That's true. That's true. As we
Wow.
have a conservationist here on our hands.
what are we gonna do with her?
I have a question, a Star Wars related question.
Let's hear it.
Is waste a problem in the Star Wars galaxy?
There's trash compactors for a
That's
reason.
true, but they
Okay.
just dump that crap into space, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue.
I don't think that's very progressive.
You know what?
You know?
Well, I mean, again, it was the Empire that was doing it, right? But you know,
Well, that's true.
Han knew just to float away with the garbage.
He did.
You know,
So
That was
everyone's doing it.
That's pretty legit, actually. It's
So,
kind of
yeah.
I never thought about that, but like they got the trash compactor,
Yeah.
and then like garbage is like a reoccurring theme in Star Wars. You know,
Absolutely.
the Falcon itself is garbage. You know,
Yeah.
the
just trash.
just trash.
everywhere.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, folks, I don't know in the feed. Again, we're not even going to worry about whether you can hear us or you can't because it'll just
Ollie's just saying no.
it's gonna
The
stress.
feed's gone.
No,
It's gonna.
everyone just seems like they can't hear you guys,
It's just man.
or they just don't want to. I don't know.
Wait, did somebody say that? I just don't want to listen to
There
these
was
guys
there
anymore.
was a retracted message. I'm not sure, but my best guess is it said Mike
You
and
guys
Oz
are
need to
great.
be quiet.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Just kidding.
wow.
Oh, that
We got the funny person here on the podcast.
that's
now.
hilarious.
You said this was comedy hour.
It's my comedy hour. I'm the only one allowed to make the jokes.
Okay.
Well, anyways, at least we know we're recording on the SD card, so we're good.
Yeah, if you want to come back, Monday morning and listen to the podcast, you can do that, or
Yeah.
you can watch us, in our best miming
Well,
impersonation.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of cool, and we're gonna have two different versions of the podcast. We have
Yeah.
our recorded follow up kind of like Friday session, pondering
Yeah.
with Kenobi,
Yeah.
and then we've got our live show, and then we'll just have our standard sit down, discuss whether Snoke's coming back or not.
Yeah.
Right, big theory discussions.
Yeah. There's a T-shirt out there now, that I just want to promote that everyone can go, look at our latest theory. It's posted on TeePublic. If you want to go check it out.
Oh my lord, yeah.
It's probably something like, I don't know, tpublic.com/Rebel Watch.
And that's
Right.
T-Public, T-E-E, public.
Yeah, I actually don't even know if that's the proper
It is.
URL.
I think it is.
It is.
We're just
okay.
So where's the script? Why don't we have these all listed out? I mean,
No, it's just a fun theory that we put out there. So for a small amount of $20, the T-shirt can be yours. Okay.
oh man,
Worked long and hard on it. That's what she said.
so
I'm out.
I'm out. Mike's
Cut my
done.
feed.
Cut him. Man, I don't know. So okay, I think what we'll do is, again,
Or are we talking Star Wars? Or
I don't know if we even should at this point. No, yeah, I think we should.
I guess we should.
Because we're a Star Wars podcast. We're the greatest in the galaxy. Sorry, I went ahead and said it. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Holly did have an Instagram comment that we wanted to read that got
that was really awesome. And
blocked
can I-
because we don't know how to actually run social media. So she's finding all these blocked messages
No,
that
I
we
think
didn't know
it's
about.
Sith plots, or I think it's Steel or somebody out there that doesn't want us to have any praise.
probably.
Oh, Rebel Watch got a positive comment. Let me go ahead and block that. Like, it's just bananas. But like,
he's also cutting our audio feed too.
I think
like,
we just
Steele's
need
just like
he is, and I think we need some morale boosters here. We're at a pretty big low right now. So go in there, post something nice. Whether it's Holly looks nice today, or wow, Mike,
thanks for being here.
Thanks for being around. I'll take it at this point.
Yeah, Mike will take it.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
great.
let me read this message because it was really nice.
It was a good message.
And for the record, I think it wasn't blocked. It was just a message request because I think that Instagram thought it could have been from a spam account, which it was not.
Yeah, Slam.
So
you know what? If a bot is listening and they want to offer some kind words,
I'll discriminate against droids.
No,
okay,
exactly. Unlike everyone else in the Star Wars galaxy.
Okay, take it away, Holly.
Okay, so our new friend Jackson said, "Been listening to you guys for about a year now, and have to say it's some of the best content out there. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks for being such wholesome people and making it a fun community to be a part of."
Wow.
After he watches this episode, he might retract all.
Well, now hold on. He's gonna. Good content's one thing. A good live stream is another. You know what I'm saying?
They look like they're having fun. I can't hear a damn word they're saying, but they look like they're having a good time.
And actually, we are. That's the funny. That's the funny part is we're trying it out. We're gonna see how it goes. It is all just a big test run, really. Last week we tested it, and we had one camera.
Went better than this.
And what's funny is that after. The last step, guys, we have all the cables. It's the internet.
It's the internet.
We have to upgrade that.
We're running on dial-up. You might hear it actually cut into the dial-up here in a moment.
You should or
somebody's going to call in.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be expected.
We should actually get the old dial-up. Every time we do a live feed, we should get the old
classic Rebel Watch. They're just
here they go
dialing in. That's their intro.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I got up at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah.
To get ready for the day, went for a run.
Nice.
trying to shred a little bit before
celebration. We gotta get ready.
Because people don't really see what happens below the table.
Thank God.
Okay,
thank God.
We adjust those cameras just right. Got up at 8:30. Went go for a run. Feeling great about the day. Started setting up 5 hours beforehand. I started setting up. I thought we were ready.
Ready. Yeah.
And you still can't catch a break, man. Can't catch a break.
No, we can't. I mean, 2 trips to Best Buy, and those guys are getting used to us over there. That's for sure.
Give us your money. Yeah.
Well, I think it is actually a Sith plot that you need a cable for everything. You know what I mean? It's just it's absurd. So, anyways, all right, let's get into some actual discussion here. We wanted to, first of all, she's been here. We've talked to her. She's reading our comments.
That's right.
She's wonderful. She's beautiful.
Yep.
She loves Star Wars, but we've not actually had a chance to really formally, just sit down, talk to Holly, ask her how she got into Star Wars, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
She's surprisingly more of a Lord of the Rings fan.
Okay, I'm sitting right here.
This is the wrong
Are
podcast.
you kidding me? I didn't know she was. Is she really?
She was. She is.
Holly,
she is, yes.
That is... You're also double cool now in my book. Slam on Mike.
But wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast, but I'll take you here. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk Lord of the Rings all day, but...
Yeah. Aragorn and crap, right?
Yeah. Aragorn and crap. What are you talking about? Don't you ever insert it. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
I mean, could he take Luke Skywalker in a fight? I don't know. I don't know.
Serious? That's not even a comparison.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I actually would like to see that.
There's no... Okay. You know what? I'll shut it down right now.
What's that one thing? The epic... what
it was like an epic heroes battle or whatever that was.
The death battles, on YouTube, that channel.
Not
really.
celebrity death match, though that would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
But there was something else that Matt showed us back in the day.
Yeah, I wonder if they would ever do that. Take up
Aragorn versus Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
that would be cool. They had like a Harry
cool.
Potter versus somebody that Harry Potter got owned, which I loved. It was hilarious. It was Luke Skywalker who whooped him.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he whooped him, and it was great. But yeah, so Holly's big Lord of the Rings fan, so maybe she'll be on Talking Tolkien one day.
No, I'll bring. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
But yeah,
dude. By the way, I just noticed something.
What's that?
You want to talk about a Sith plot?
Come on.
Beneath this table is a power cable, and
Did you just turn it
switch, and the switch is facing up.
Oh,
my toe was on it.
Do not move your
Could
foot.
you imagine?
Oh
like
That'd be
everything just shuts down.
This is a C average.
It's like
production.
It's like don't move.
Don't move.
It's like holy cow.
Don't move.
Oh my gosh, just like all right, so Holly, let's talk to you a little bit here. Let's how did you first get into Star Wars? What's like your first Star Wars memory, I guess, that you have, or You know, was it associated with a movie, toys? You know, were you wearing Ewok costumes like myself growing up? What's going on?
Still does.
Okay, well, actually, funny you should ask, Ez. It actually is a toy, not the movies.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
I don't think any. Excuse me.
Sorry, I had to get that one in there. I had to get that one in there.
I don't think anybody actually knows this.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, my grandma is actually a really big Star Wars fan, and she had this toy. Okay, it actually came from a Burger King kids meal. It's fine.
That's cool.
It was a box, and it had glass on the sides and a mirror, and half of it was Yoda, and the other half was Darth Vader. And so if you look at one side, you see Yoda's head. If you look at the other side, you see Darth Vader. But if you look at the corner, you would just see half and half.
What was Grandma drinking out of that glass?
Probably rum.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
But so that is where it started. And I don't know. Star Wars was just always on in the background.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually ever paid attention to it when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I guess I was late to the Star Wars thing. But
Yeah, me too.
But I feel like as long as I've known you, you've been a huge Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
right? So your adult life, I mean, you've been super into it, right?
I have a dog named Chewie.
There you go.
True.
He's
a pretty big
somewhere
deal.
around here.
You know what? It's funny that the Wookiee onesie is sitting right there, and now I think she could actually fit into that better than I did last week, and you probably look a lot better.
I will not.
I won't make it happen.
I will not.
That'll be a Patreon exclusive.
It still will not be.
For $20 a month, you can see that.
That is not true.
Okay.
Oh god,
I'd try it.
That's funny. Oh, that's cool. You know, so I know Holly's been a big fan. She's a big reader. You know, she's into the literature, right? So you've read. We're starting up our book club, right, Holly?
Yeah.
We're gonna Bright Tree Publishing. So you know, that's exciting.
The first book has been decided for us.
Yeah, it has. It's Plagueis.
Yeah, Darth Plagueis, and there's the latest YouTube video we had up. This kid, I can't remember his name. He goes on rants.
Yeah,
and I mean, he was just ripping. Just Plagueis is not canon. It's just going off the deep end.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Some
Really?
people not happy that we're reading Plagueis, but
wow. So Bright Tree Publishing is going to be a Legends book club, by the way. So that's just it is so it's really for fun. We'll cover the canon books still here on Rebel Watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
As they come out, as we've done in the past.
Well, the funny thing is that book could very easily become canon. I think at some point they may just say, it's a great book.
You know what?
It doesn't affect anything. But put it right there.
You know, just a wave of the hand.
Yeah.
You know, the old Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
It's back in.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
it could happen. If any book, I think that one absolutely could.
Right. Awesome.
Gains.
Okay. Well, I wanted to just real quickly go over. So glad we were able to welcome Holly, and you're going to see a lot more of her, as I said, here on Rebel Watch and on Bright Tree Publishing.
Yep.
Really looking forward to all that goodness. Now, my friend, the guest list for Star Wars Celebration is growing
Every day.
every day.
You notice that they've been going kind of the lower,
Yeah.
lower class celebrities. They're now like Sam Witwer kind of level, and it's like who's next?
Right. Right. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through some of these real quick. I mean, you can obviously go to StarWarsCelebration.com, click on guest, and you'll see all these folks. But I am really excited that they've got Billy D. Williams coming back.
Because you think he's going to be a big part
Big
of
deal.
episode 9?
I think he's going to be a big deal. Yeah. So that was cool. He was there last time, and for the big 40th, and that was
said like 2 words.
Yeah, I didn't get to talk to him too much.
Yeah.
I think he might be in better. Like I feel like he's gone through a lot. He's maybe in better shape, better health, perhaps, hopefully, and feeling good. So we'll see. I'd love to hear a panel with just him. And then as you said, you've got a lot of different voice actors. Ashley Eckstein is going to be there. Freddie Prinze is going to be there as well. So yeah, we've got some of those folks. Both Chewbacca's are going to be there. Jonas
awesome.
and Peter.
That's cool.
So that'll be neat. Just the other day, Ray Park confirmed, so he's good.
Okay.
Let's talk about his state of mind. Hope he's doing well.
Someone, I can't remember who it was from the Facebook group, was really worried about him.
Yeah, they were.
I don't know what happened.
I'm not worried about him because I saw him out, and he is back. He is out. His workouts are.
You hang out with him? You work out with him?
Every once in a while, we go out and we toss around the old pigskin. Yeah. Through the he just force pushes it to me.
Yeah.
I receive it and so on.
Sounded dirty.
That was weird, but I don't know. I honestly love Ray Park.
Yep.
He's a good guy, and I just saw him doing some of his. Gosh, I don't know. Going back to his youth,
His Frogger days.
not those days.
Not those
no,
days?
I can't remember what the type of not kung fu that he does, but like something really
Yeah.
cool,
Something that we can't do.
and that we can't pronounce. I don't even remember what it is.
Can't pronounce.
I don't. There's many different forms, you know.
Yeah.
And so he does some special form, and he was
Yeah.
talking about, you know, how he was working out super late while he knew that the back in the country where he had kind of studied this technique,
Mm-hmm.
they were also going through their practice routines and rituals, and it was the same time, so he felt connected, just being up working at the same time, even though it was in the middle of the
That's
night.
awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
so he's out there doing these workout routines, and I'm just
That's
like, wow,
cool.
he is in a place of just, you know, he's meditating, he's working through some stuff. I don't know. I'm excited to see him. I
Who
just think-
knows? Maybe he'll come back and they'll do a solo too or something. It's got a ton of them all.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
He's training Kira. It's like Rocky. It's just, you know,
It's just,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. Oh, Chewie's wanting to get
So-
the shot now.
I know he's
He
taking over.
is. He's going to be running the feed here soon.
know,
He's,
like-
Chewie in
he's like,
there?
oh yeah, let me get on that MacBook.
I don't know if they
Oh,
can
yeah.
see him.
They can
Get
see
on
him.
that.
Oh yeah, I
Let
see
me
him
get
right
on
there.
that stream. He
Attaboy.
He actually is like an attention snob. Like he
Is he
wants
really?
all the attention.
Aw.
All the look. He's trying. Go ahead and give him the mic. He wants to run the feed too.
He probably
so.
has some stuff to say.
He does. Let him get on there and put in some comments. But yeah, excited for Ray Park. Excited, hopefully he's back and whatever he went through, it was either a hack or he.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's back.
I'm not too worried about that. I think he's going to be fine. He's a good guy. And along with him there, we have Sam Witwer. So that's exciting. I love watching him.
I want to meet the dude.
I want to meet him too.
Play Dungeons and Dragons with him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So I like to call him Doomsday, just based off of Smallville.
That's the thing, man. He was so good in that show too. Like he's such a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he needs to be in a live action something on the Disney Plus network.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry
Absolutely.
to take
Yeah,
this
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I just had to look at what martial arts he does.
Yeah, what's he
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
Wushu.
Wushu. I was
Have we
That's-
heard of this?
Ez and I used to practice it.
Yeah, wushu.
Back in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't pronounce it.
Nah.
Well,
I forgot what
that
it
was like 20
okay?
years ago. So I mean, well, that 20 is a stretch, but
Yeah.
15 years ago, it's been a while. When you hit 30 and then 31, the mind starts to. What are we doing right now?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Where
Oh
am
wait,
I?
this is a Star Wars podcast.
It's a Star Wars podcast.
He's-
Okay, I
Yeah.
like Star
Mike's
Wars.
gone. He's gone. Now he's back.
I'm back.
and-
Okay,
Yeah. So.
that's exciting.
Couple other folks here. Brian Herring, who does the BB-8 droid. That'll be kind of.
That's cool.
Cool.
It's cool that they're giving those guys props.
It
Because
is.
They do a lot of work on these movies.
That was actually really neat. Like they had the 3 different versions of BB-8. I liked seeing
Yeah.
how they, in The Force Awakens, all the things that they did with him. You know,
You
and
think
the
we
ways
can
they
get him
shot.
on the podcast?
That'd
Do you
be-
think if I went up with a mic,
I
said, "Hey,
think
Brian," he's
Yep.
like, "Wow, you know my name?" Yes, I
I-
studied all of your work.
that
you
would be
know,
awesome.
in the green suit. Will you come on the podcast? Will you come back to our hotel room and
Yeah.
podcast with
Whoa.
us?
Oh, that just
I
got
mean,
weird.
well,
Well, we'll leave the door open.
well, I mean, if he
I don't
thinks it's
know.
weird, is he going to ever listen? Probably not. So I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he, I mean, that's
be
what
cool.
I'm looking for, someone like that.
Well,
just some obscure kind of position.
We
that
actually
could-
have a friend, a couple folks who know some authors,
Mm-hmm.
and I just looked up here, and Claudia Gray is going to be there. So when we do Bright Tree Publishing, we were hoping to actually grab a few authors and maybe and chat
Absolutely.
with them about some of the Legends books, and then just what a lot of those folks who wrote during the EU are writing now again in canon. So
yeah.
really kind of neat. You've got the Boba Fett's are going to be there, so you've got
Okay.
Daniel Logan will be there. So
That's cool.
That'll be kind of neat.
Well, we recently saw Boba in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, we did.
Still looking all dapper, and he could come back.
Yeah.
If he gets all out of that Sarlacc pit, he can
right,
bring
right,
it
right.
back. Make
Yeah.
him the Mandalorian.
Janina Gavankar, right? She's
Yes,
so
Queen.
so Iden Versio, right?
Yes.
That'll be nice to see her. That's really cool. That she's. I forgot. It's been so long since Celebration that a lot has happened.
So much.
And a lot of these folks who are either voice actors or have been motion capture folks
Yeah.
in Battlefront are going to be there.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It does feel like there's more of these people that are going to be present, and more people
Yeah.
are going to know about them this
Right.
time. So you're right. Like, she was I mean, she was awesome in that role. She's another actress that I think like put her in a live action role. You know, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
That would be really cool. Let's see. And some of these folks are just there for photo op, and they're just there for signings and things like that. They might not have like a panel. We haven't got any of that information yet, as far as I can tell. So once we get all that, I mean, you could like Ian McDermott's going to be there. Like Ray Park's going to have a you know. A panel discussion. He always does. Does a great job. So
are we gonna put up some serious cash and try to meet these guys and get some autographs?
Absolutely, I think that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on some of the, especially some of the, like Peter Mayhew, I would love to. I just found that his might be sold out. I need to go check. Like his photo op thing might be done. So it was up there and we just didn't get it in time, or I got in and it crashed. Remember, the site crashed, and they said come back later, and they had it all set up again, and I just wasn't able to at that time. So, but yeah, there are so many folks. You know, Timothy Zahn's going to be there.
We tried to hit him up last time. He had a line going out the door.
Yeah,
to sign books and stuff. So that's it's cool. To, hopefully, they have more of those authors there. And kind of share the love.
Some cool stuff here. Warwick Davis, I'm glad he's back as a host.
That's cool. He's a good time.
Yeah, he really is. And then also, let's see, Amy Ratcliffe is a name that many folks have started to kind of, you know, hear and learn. Writing the Women in Star Wars book that's out on shelves. Great. You know, she kind of, I don't know, like her story is really interesting. So I'm glad that she'll be there. She's at the behind the scenes stage. So yeah, our regular hosts are back there, David Collins and so on. So
what's the big reveal though? What's going to be the big one?
I don't know. Not
even like panel wise, any of that. Like who's going to be there?
Who's going to be there that's going to shock us?
Yeah. Anybody?
Like
last year was Harrison Ford.
Ewan? Would Ewan be there? Would he show up?
Please.
Would he show up? I mean, that'd be.
He's primed and ready.
First of all, it would sell out. I mean, it would be. There's no way. We'd have to use Vogel's VIP pass.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't
and
even
then pay some. Yeah, and we will. We will use that.
He
pass.
will let us. That's the thing. That's not even going to be something that they'll announce if it's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's going to be a surprise appearance at some panel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. But if he's there at the panel, he might go do a photo op in a signature session.
Yeah,
you know, while he's there, and it might be a real quick rush to get in. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they do that or not. I honestly.
I just picture maybe they wrap up a panel and they're what's that?
Yeah,
and Ewan walks out and he's like, guys, just one quick announcement. On Disney Plus, I'm gonna be having my own 12 part series.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Returns. So that would be sick. It just says Obi-Wan Returns fine. I'm like, or he just walks out.
Yeah, I mean that's probably all. I don't think he would do a photo op or signature thing. I think it's just going to be like it would be something where he would step out.
Yeah,
kind of like George Lucas. You step out there and here you are, big stage, do your thing.
What are you doing here?
And then you roll out. You know,
you're right. That's
that would be the one though. That would be huge, wouldn't it? I mean, just because there's been a lot of talk about that series, the movie, whatever it may be.
Maybe that's the next.
Did they actually announce that Obi-Wan is going to be on TV? Is that? I always question.
They've never announced it, but that's what people are.
That's
people
the
are
speculation.
Thinking that could be a better avenue to flush out that story. Which I get it, but I also like Ewan on the big screen. However, if it's going to be on Disney Plus, we're going to watch it.
Right.
But I maybe that is the third show they have lined up. And they're just not talking about it because they want to have a special reveal at like a Thrawn type reveal at Celebration. And that's the card that they have in their back pocket. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
We only have a little bit of time to get ready. I feel like we should start packing now.
We have 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We don't have much time.
I'm nervous.
I can tell.
Yeah.
He's speechless.
I'm
this
speechless.
Doesn't happen very often. Doesn't happen very often.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
All right. Well, so yeah, those are just some of the guests there, and we'll kind of see what's going on with the once we get the big stage, the big panels, and all that good stuff. Kind of go from there. So
they should be releasing the app soon too.
Oh yeah,
that you can download and use the map and interact with people and all that good stuff. So That'll be good. Are there any comments coming in? Are people totally bored with the conversation? Do I need to strip down and get into the Wookiee onesie? People are like, we can't hear you.
Well, actually, there have been no comments since we were talking about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, are you serious?
So people must have heard Lord of the Rings, except for Amanda, because she loves Lord of the Rings.
God bless her.
But everybody else must have said, nah.
So there
we're
is
out.
some sort of audio being
Here's the problem.
sent
So
to
what
the
happened
public.
was Mike bashed Lord of the Rings, and I've been meaning to talk to him about this publicly on the podcast.
I actually really enjoy it, though. I just like to make a joke out of it.
Mike likes to tease me. So
Well, hey, you know what? This is a perfect segue. I have something to say.
okay,
Okay.
Jesus, here we go.
Go to Apple Podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I have not looked at our reviews probably for over a year.
Yeah,
2 reviews
yeah.
of 3 stars or less. Guess what they said?
With the-
Take a guess. Swish and Flick is better.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know. Yeah,
I don't even understand why.
right.
It has to be the ladies from Swish and Flick. I don't get it.
It's pretty messed up.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
call them out because we know
Let's call 'em out.
we know Tiffany listens.
Yeah.
And I honestly think what happened. See, Mike and I we don't do this. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't. Do you know actually there was a situation? By the way, folks, tell me if it staying on Hollyo's.
Hollyo's. That's the rum
That's
talking.
a new one.
That's the rum talking. If it's better on Holly's visual, I would just keep it there. So let me know in the comments. I've kept it in there for a second. If it's much better, we'll just leave it there so you guys can hear.
Well, we know the audio sucks when the camera's on you guys.
Is that what they say?
Well, that's terrible.
That's what the people are saying.
Well, we're gonna keep it on Holly then. That's fantastic because we're recording this. You guys can check
That's
us out.
kinda
later.
weird, though,
Honestly,
right?
who wants to look at us when you can look at Holly?
well,
Quite
I
frankly.
agree.
Right,
That
correct.
just doesn't make any sense, though, if it's the same audio feed.
We'll figure it out later.
I actually think it's probably Chewy. Well,
It's Chewy. They want to see what's going on in the movement. They want to see what's happening. Where's he at next? There's gonna be a Chewy counter. We should make a Chewy counter
yeah.
where we count when he appears and doesn't appear.
Why don't you just change the scene on
I did. I
the
changed it.
broadcasting system to, like, you know what? If she's not talking, flip it back and forth to the scenes of us, too.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just say it works better when it's on Holly.
yeah, when it flips
Yeah.
to you guys, the sound goes.
It gets
kind
kind of buzzy.
But, I mean, you can add our visual to her scene, and you can flip back that way.
Well, my God, I mean,
Just saying.
on
I
the
can go on
fly
my
here-
rant, and you can add that in, and we can do
What
that.
was your rant? Go ahead.
Go ahead and work on that. And out. So I just, what is the need to do that? We're not even a Harry Potter podcast.
Yeah,
You know, it's a completely different thing. So
it's messed up.
so
my friend.
I believe that it was Tiffany.
Wow.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
kidding.
she
It
wouldn't
wasn't
do
Tiffany,
that.
but I'm going to ask Tiffany put a stop to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
put a st- yeah. What-
And you know what? Our friends listening, if you enjoy the show, go give a review. You know, it's been a while. We've got a few lately, but I haven't.
We don't
checked that
ask
thing.
for 'em very
We don't
often,
ask
you
for them
know.
very often, but it does help the podcast.
It
really
does.
does.
It really does.
And counter those swish and flick comments because I don't understand the reason.
Well, and that's the thing is
Yeah.
that also you guys are not here to cast judgments on other podcasts, but keep the review to the podcast.
Well, and here's the thing: if people don't know, Tiffany is a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
which is why we give her crap sometimes. And
Yeah.
she's been
Also-
our friend since we were. I mean, since I was 11 years old.
Wait a second. Wait
Yeah,
a second.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Come on, time out.
Time out. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just give everybody a nugget here. Since this is
Come on.
live and it's a little different, and this is going to be kind of one of the oddest episodes we've ever done, by the way,
Yes.
which I love.
It's great.
Spoiler for everyone: in 6th grade, my friend over here.
Oh yeah,
Is this okay?
yeah. Why not?
Why not? It's
Why
funny,
not?
man.
Oh, he's cool with it.
In 6th grade, I'm on the bus on the way to orchestra.
Yeah,
And Mike just leans over and he's like, "Hey, dude, guess what?"
yeah,
I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "Held hands with Tiff.
yeah.
Held hands out on the playground."
Brief
man.
dating period. I think I actually am owed some royalties to Swish and
I
Flick.
actually
for that,
think you
you know
are,
what I'm saying. Yeah, we held hands one time. It was cool.
They held hands. It was really cute.
We do. We love her though. She's great, and we love those gals, and that's the only reason we joke with them, and it's the only reason I give as crap about Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones is because those are my friends we're talking about, so I
Yeah.
can do that. So no need for the hate. I don't
Well,
understand.
What I was going to get to,
Yeah.
go look this up, friends. If you're into podcasting
Yeah.
and you're into, kind of looking up some of the different folks, because we've recommended like Rebel Force Radio and
absolutely.
Force Toast Pod is up there.
Rebel Scum.
Yeah, Rebel Scum, great guys there. So, Yeah, like when there, I forget when this was, not too long ago, where and I hope I'm not getting into any sticky situation here, but there was some kind of, I don't really follow the drama. Mike actually normally keeps me up to date on the drama that's going on in the Star Wars world. Just with the hate that's out there. We had all that situation that was going on. We stayed out of that, and just we're here to talk about the story and what have you. So, but there was another podcast called Making Star Wars .net, right? Which we referenced their articles from time to time, and they got into it with several other podcasts, and
does not make sense.
There were review wars going back and forth, and so I termed it the podcasting wars. Behind the scenes here with Mike, just talking about it. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, but we don't ever want to get it. We love to collaborate, and we enjoy talking with anybody who wants to talk, including our listeners here. On YouTube, on Podbean, and elsewhere. So,
and we don't pay. Like I told you, I haven't looked at the reviews for a year, so I didn't even know that these were on there until I was like 4.5. Like last time I checked, it was 5 stars.
Yeah.
So I checked those out. It's just, I don't know. We don't pay much attention to it, but if we're gonna continue podcasting, those types of things do help. And there are people paying attention, so we appreciate the love, and we enjoy just more interacting with the emails and the Facebook group and that kind of stuff. I could care less about the reviews. If you find us and you enjoy it, great. Throw some love. If not, that's cool too.
It's honestly just an avenue. They really just help to get the word out there, and more people find us, and then the community grows, and it's a fun way to keep kind of collaborating. And so Amanda, thank you, by the way. Yeah, we do need more Star Wars positivity.
That's right
out there, 100%.
I may have been a little negative this afternoon, guys, and I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
Usually I'm
set up here.
Bubble of positivity.
Look at Han, man. When he's the stuff that he has going on with Chewbacca, he gets a little upset when he can't fix the Falcon the right way. So it's okay.
That's right. Sometimes I'm a scoundrel.
Yeah. So all right. Well,
did we figure out the feed, or is it?
Yeah, we're good. I think we're good on there. Yeah.
As nah.
Wait, well, what Michael was saying something about putting your guys'.
So you don't have to bear the brunt of the visual the entire time. I asked Ezzy, you could switch the feed to us, and then you could offer your insight and maybe not have the visual. But
we'll get there.
You want to have the visual the whole time,
we'll get there.
I'm just looking out for Holly. Because she didn't even want the camera in the first place.
I didn't want the camera in the first place.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Holly, that audio.
There's a lot of weirdos out there,
hey, man, if they see her for 2 seconds, what's the difference between 2 seconds and 2 hours, man? Come on.
A lot. There's a lot can happen in 2 hours. A lot can happen in 2 hours.
Gosh.
Just a little protective.
All right, that's fine. All right, well, anyways, so we've got a couple other things we want to talk about. We have a couple theories.
Can we first talk about what happened last week?
What happened last week?
Before we podcasted, we put in episode 3.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. Yep, 100%.
Opening scene. It's great. Stunningly, visually, it's stunning.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like as I said, this is Star Wars. This feels like Star Wars.
Yeah,
and then you see Obi-Wan get owned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's just garbage until they defeat Dooku and they get back. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been a while since I've watched that movie, and I mean the last third is what saves the entire film. I'm sorry, it just does. The opening, it looks cool and visually it's great, but they make Obi-Wan seem like a coward. And I know that bothers you. It bothers me. It should bother a lot of people.
Yeah.
I get that you're trying to make Anakin look like he's, more powerful now, but not at the expense of Obi-Wan. Come on, he gets handled every time. It's just not fair.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of popped up in my mind. But
no, I mean, we were looking at it and it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, once you get to the council and they decide
then it gets serious.
Then it gets serious, right?
Yeah,
but the beginning, I'm like, what was going on here?
Yeah.
The stuff with R2 and the jokes, I look back and I'm like, this is as bad as it gets in the prequels. My personal opinion, and I'm not trying to be super negative. I was just looking at it. I had never really thought through it. I'm like, you know what? I know why I skipped to the council scene, and I once I get there with the other Jedi, I know why I skipped there because this is all so awkward, some back and forth.
Well, and you get those really intimate moments with Palpatine too. It's really great. It's just him as an actor there. He was just on it, but man, it's like they just, I don't know. It's like they were saving it for the final battle, you know, between Obi-Wan and Anakin. It's just like when they fight Dooku, it's just terrible. Like Obi-Wan's running up the steps with his lightsaber, and there's blaster bolts coming at him, and they're just like by chance hitting his lightsaber that he's not even using as defense. Like it's just it was executed poorly. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
And then when they run into Grievous and the bridge, that's terrible too. Like it's just, I don't know.
So Michael, if you were gonna rewrite that scene,
oh God,
what would happen?
Count Dooku fights Yoda and kind of not owns him, but I mean holds his own. But this fight was just, it felt so inconsequential. I don't know. Like Dooku needed to die, yes, but Anakin, I don't know. It's a moment for Anakin, and I get that, but Obi-Wan just looks like a coward.
So here's something.
Yeah.
Jimmy said, well, maybe that's just Obi-Wan trying to build up Anakin's confidence.
Maybe, I don't know, but at the expense of not defeating the Sith Lord they need to defeat to, in the war, I don't know. Ez is upset.
No, I'm not upset. No,
He's having a moment for Obi-Wan.
Well, no, okay. Here's my I think, I get why they're trying to show that Anakin's super awesome and powerful and things like that. Yeah. There's another way to do it, though.
Exactly.
That you don't have to make Obi-Wan look weak.
No, he finally gets back after getting whooped by Dooku, and then he comes, and then Dooku just chokeholds him, throws him, and throws a platform on him.
He gets whipped again. I don't like that. I think it's like there should have been something else, like another way to show that he was better. I don't know. So for example, like right after that scene when he's fighting Dooku, when they go and they face down Grievous. First of all, they both look stupid with the ray shields, and then you wonder. We were talking about whether or not they sprung the trap, or what was that
the trap?
Was that the trap? Are they just messing with us? Yeah. We're smarter than this. I mean, is that what are they messing around? What's going on there? So I don't know. And then when they get in there to Grievous, it's like each of them has an opponent. And I felt like, man, if you would have had a couple more opponents that maybe they start off fighting Dooku and Obi-Wan splits off and takes the other opponents, there's a nod that like he's letting Anakin, who is doubled in power, take on Dooku. And he trusts him to do that. Okay? Yeah. Because I just don't get it. Like if he's that... I understand that when Obi-Wan fights Anakin... They know each other so well that's how he's able to kind of, keep up with Anakin and he bests him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he beats him.
Yeah.
He beats him. So I just don't see him getting taken out that quickly, that easily with Dooku. That's the part I don't like it, man. But you know what? It happened, man. So I got to get over it.
Yeah, but so he seems really resourceful in the times where he defeats Grievous, and even when he's fighting Anakin, like he's doing what it takes to, because Anakin is powerful, and I get that, but just like what happens in those moments just doesn't make any sense.
But now Dooku is also powerful too.
Yeah.
And so let's give him that. But I just...
How much more powerful is Anakin than Obi-Wan in that moment? I want to know.
I almost like to think that like they just sort of like, they're not... I know they fought him before, especially in like Clone Wars and things like that. They faced him down. But Dooku always just like gets away. It's not like Obi-Wan's getting, beat as bad as he did there. So
but
I like to think it was Palpatine interfering
from
afar,
far away. Yeah. He's dabbling.
He's doing something.
He could be, but what makes it worse is that he got owned also in Attack of the Clones just before that with Dooku.
Yeah,
like gets knocked out. He gets cut by a part of his leg gets cut by a lightsaber, and then he's out, and then Yoda has to handle everything, and he can't even get up to like help out. I don't know. That could have been choreographed better. It could have been written better. It's just
so Amanda said, what if Obi-Wan didn't want to fight Dooku because they had a Jedi history? Anakin didn't know about any of that.
Oh, that's interesting.
I guess right before that, they didn't think Dooku was capable of even being a Sith Lord, or assassinating someone who wasn't in his character. So maybe, but
I kind of understand what she's saying, and just that Mace Windu says it's not in his nature.
Not in his nature. Yeah.
And so maybe he does hesitate a little bit, and there's a sentimental connection, as Jimmy says. Dooku is his master's master. Yeah. So again, that's why I said Dooku is no slouch. Okay, he is. Yeah. He's good. I just wish there was another way to show that like Obi-Wan gets sort of removed, or he has to go do something else, you know? And so it gets back to a one-on-one. We're back in the same situation as we were before, one-on-one, and you can see Anakin versus Dooku, and you can see the increase in power without a, you know, slamming Obi-Wan.
Well,
but I don't know.
Just,
that's me personally, because I'm a huge Obi-Wan fan.
No, absolutely.
That's where I'm at.
They absolutely should have handled it differently. But what I think kind of closes the door on Dooku for me, if I'm in the mind of Obi-Wan, what closes the door is that interaction they had on Geonosis, where he's like, Qui-Gon Jinn would never join you. Like, he knows he's a Sith Lord now. He knows he's terrible at this point. I just don't think he would hesitate. You know, I think it was all about making Anakin look more powerful, especially from his, you know, the issues he's had in the past movies and stuff. It's making him look powerful because at the end of this film, he's going to be Vader. Like, he's going to be Vader. So we need to make him seem like he's the dominant one in that moment. I get it, but like, man, it could have been done better.
Well, I do understand, though, just from even looking at the Legends connection, the idea that you would want to hold back when fighting another master or a former master, because that does happen sometimes. You know, where there's a situation where in Fate of the Jedi, Kenneth Hamner is like overthrown by someone else. Gosh, what is Saba, whatever her name is.
Spoiler alert! I'm not to those books yet. But.
I won't even tell you what actually ends up happening. But there's a struggle among Jedi. It's like, what? So they both kind of hold back in a sense. Now, of course, they're both Jedi at the time, so it's different. But maybe, to Amanda's point, if there is some sensing that, you know, maybe Dooku, I don't know, maybe he's also being a little deceived by Palpatine and doesn't quite know how far this is going to go, or thinks that he's in more control. He's shocked when Anakin, you know, beheads him. So
that's true. That's true.
Man.
Well, here's another question.
Yep.
Does it make Anakin look weak then after Obi-Wan beats him at the end?
But that's the thing. It's like Obi-Wan's resourcefulness, and
Jimmy, what are you doing to me?
He really
here?
steps
Jimmy.
up. I mean, Jimmy, it's a great question though.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's so many moments in that fight where they seem to be equals. Yeah. And I get they have history and stuff, but like, I don't know. Obi-Wan has he has moments of resourcefulness, and that's how I feel like he gets become a council member. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the most powerful. He's resourceful, and that is so evident in that battle.
I think what, you know, Anakin, the last move there is it does look like Obi-Wan is always on the retreat, always on the defensive, always back on his heels, and just doing everything he can to counter his apprentice. And it is a great scene. It is a great fight. I mean,
the best part of the movie.
Unreal. I mean, it's what we were building up to. We knew there was something that was going to happen there. Yeah. But in the end, he's super arrogant. You know, it's his arrogance and it's that dark side nature that actually was his undoing there. Yeah. And but I get what Jimmy's saying is, it does make him look a little weaker. And then that's why I love you've been pushing the Darth Vader comic on me, because that's where you really see him grow in those dark side abilities. I mean, he's in this transitional point, but man, is he strong. I mean, Anakin is strong, but then, you know, it's tough because he's facing down his old master. There's a lot going on there emotionally, and they know each other so well, you know. But then, and really, when I talk about the Dooku stuff with Obi-Wan, I just personally wish they would have done it a little bit different. But that's my only real, you know, whatever. And I don't even mean just with the Dooku scene. I mean even when Yoda. Oh my gosh, what was this? Episode 2, when Yoda is talking to Mace and Obi-Wan about how the Jedi, they have given Anakin his first assignment, you know, away from Obi-Wan, really. And he's like, I'm not sure that he's ready for this. You know, he's willful, arrogant, whatever, you know, and Yoda's just like, you know, a flaw more and more common in younger Jedi and even the older, more wiser Jedi. And I wanted to say, Yoda, why don't you take a little your own advice? Yeah. Okay? Don't be pointing the finger at Obi-Wan, my friend. Yeah. Because I mean,
it seems like he learns his lesson in The Last Jedi.
They all do. They all do.
You know?
And that's Luke's point. Yeah. In The Last Jedi. So, but I don't know. So
I just had to get it off my chest because after we watched it, I'm like, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna say, there's this one more comment.
Yeah.
From Daniel, which I think is a good point.
Yeah.
He said, "Isn't it Anakin's anger that allowed him to be defeated?"
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely, it was.
Yeah, so I said arrogance, but it also is like he is very,
I hate you.
yeah, very, and it
mean,
really
yeah.
comes out.
Yeah,
It was abrasive.
it absolutely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, and
But
it's,
we've seen that frustration all along, and it's just. Remember, we had a really good conversation about, was it the prophecy and the knowledge of it that skewed his teaching and the Jedi themselves believing just, I don't know, almost blindly that Anakin, is the chosen one, and if we jack this up, it's okay.
I think that was one of our best conversations we've ever had. The last third of that podcast,
Going to bring balance to the Force, so who cares,
Yeah, but it's you don't think about that. If you're told you're the greatest for your whole life, or at least, I mean, past 7 years old or however old he was when they found him,
right?
Like that affects you. That affects you
100%.
So, there are mistakes everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Absolutely. Okay, let me check a few things here. I think we have a couple theories. If you'd like to read through those, and we can also talk about anything that anybody in the live chat wants to discuss. But we had a couple theories pulled, and we'll get to. By the way, I wanted to make a quick announcement. We will not be doing like that. Pondering with Kenobi is probably going to be every other week. So notice we didn't have one this week, but going into this coming week, I think comments on Facebook and even our own ponderings. If I almost said Polly, dude, what
Polly?
Polly?
It's the rum.
Pollyo.
The rum is forbidden on the podcast.
The rum cannot be forbidden.
No, we already banned psychopathy from the podcast. Now we've got to,
No, it's just the rum when it meets Ezra.
Yeah,
Well,
Is forbidden.
it's right.
he had a late
call.
night.
Good.
He had a late night, so
You
he's,
did.
he's
I did.
a little on edge, but
Wow, late night. The lonely, you know who, only knows. I don't know what the song is.
I have no idea what
What's
you're
that
talking
artist?
about. It's great.
What's that artist's name? What's his
Kid
name?
Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Lonely Night.
Yeah.
The lonely loner.
Lonely. Okay.
That's
So-
that's the edited version.
Pop culture expert, Ollie Walton
Thank you.
coming in hot, informing us of things we are not so knowledgeable of.
Yeah.
Even Star Wars.
Right. Yeah. Even that. Yeah.
Did we fix the feed? Is it the feed?
It's fine. We're gonna let it go.
Nobody said anything.
It's
and
fine.
Okay.
I mean, we'll go
That's
back
because
to
they're just
Holly for a
enjoying
little bit.
Holly there for.
No, it's not. It's not on me anymore.
I have
Oh.
gone back and forth
Well, I was just curious.
because Mike wants to take all the spotlight.
Why not figure this out live?
Ez has
I
acquiesced
can't.
your request.
There's about 10 different input sources on this bad boy.
That's what she said in the feed.
In
I'm
the
just
feed.
kidding.
No.
But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
we're figuring it out. I think
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I have high expectations for this show. Doing things live.
Yeah.
Doing more than just podcasting live.
Well, actually, it's a good moment to kind of do the. We're talking about doing the Cantina nights. We talked to Force Toast Pod again. Again, I'm honestly, I feel like we're friends now. Like it's so been so nice. I sent them some more images of our equipment and just kind of talked through some of our technical difficulties and how they're doing over there, because Alice just super nice and Laura real good people. So and they're super into trivia. So I think they've inspired us to get back into trivia trials a little
get back
bit.
on the trials. I think we got an episode 6.
Yeah, we do.
Episode that we need to do.
need
So
to do.
I think doing that live would actually be really entertaining.
It'd be cool. It'd be crazy.
Right?
It'd be wild. I mean,
It would be wild, but the greatest thing, I just like someone not able to answer a question and just seeing comments of just like, this is the answer.
Yeah.
Everybody at home is screaming.
And they
"Why
could then
don't
at
you
that
know
point
this?"
live. And
Right.
so
That would actually be really fun live. I
Right?
think everyone would enjoy interacting.
yeah, it's once you get past this 2-camera stage, that's when it becomes extra difficult. I think the 2-camera thing we have down, which is what we would need for those moments, but that would, I mean, just trials was so fun, and doing it live, I think, would just be extra special.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me see here. So let's talk a little bit about some of these theories, my friend.
Yeah,
let's jump
let's go.
into those,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so we
yeah.
can get, because we have a couple of those coming up, and we'll do a. So we've got some follow up actually from the last Pondering with Kenobi.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start there. This is Tim Buckingham, right? Who hit us up a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about. He had some ideas on Rey, Kylo, and gosh, it was kind of episode 9, level stuff. So let me read this to you guys here. Hey guys, love to hear the debate on the podcast. Yep, I'm from the UK. you guys are global now. Yeah, right.
Yes.
All right.
You may not hear us, but we're global.
There we go. All right. You had a little debate about why Luke wouldn't have said something to her. Maybe I should go back and recap his first theory. Would that help?
That probably would.
Yeah, let me go back just real quick. I have it right here. So it started just, his first theory was he just says, hey, guys, love the podcast. Sat down on the tube. He was looking into the idea. He's listening to our debate on the lack of another proper bad guy in episode 8/9. Personally, I can't see them introducing a standalone character, bearing in mind that in theory, at least, we need resolution in 9, which means the good guys will got to win, right? Remember we were talking about this a little bit.
So, yeah.
So he says, anyways, I have a theory. Eventually, he says, everyone has a theory, right? I've not read this anywhere, but if it's already been debated, then my apologies. So go back to when Rey touches Luke's laser sword, has the vision. It starts with a scene from the Jedi Temple, and a little girl is screaming in front of the Knights of Ren. Kylo runs the soldier through in front of the girl. Now, bear with me. Let's assume that the guy Kylo kills was actually a Knight of Ren, and that the Knight was about to kill the girl, right? Remember this now?
Yep.
So, and Kylo wants the girl. He wants to save that girl, okay? So he has to kill one of his own Knights to stop the killer, from delivering that blow, what have you. So if that was correct, the girl is someone special. The girl is someone so special to Kylo that he would kill one of his own men to save her. She is either incredibly strong with the Force, in which case Kylo sees her as a potential ally, or she is someone who, that he could leverage in future fights or, just in the wars to come. The leverage means to me that she is a family member of Clan Skywalker, which makes her either Luke's, daughter, or Ben's cousin. I'm sorry, Luke's daughter, which would be Ben's cousin, or which would be his niece if she's like Leia's daughter.
Yeah.
So basically either Luke's daughter or Leia's daughter, right? In that group there. So let's assume that the girl Rey, Rey that she was at the temple and she escapes from the Knights of Ren, right? She probably just runs away if she does that. Can you remember the bit where later on in the movie, Kylo is told that BB-8 is with a girl and gets so animated about that? Remember, there's a girl. He gets all upset, right?
What girl?
Yeah. So that fits in with Kylo knowing that it could be important. Yeah, I get. So it's the idea is that you hear about a girl, super strong, helping somebody out, and we're looking for the map to Skywalker. Too much of a correlation.
Could be an ally.
Force connection. Yeah, could be the girl that he lost or was trying to protect there. So he says otherwise. Yeah. So Rey gets hidden in Jakku, and that's a well-trodden Star Wars path. Then there is the journey through 7 and into 8, where Kylo realizes that Rey has no memory of who she actually is, and he uses that to his advantage. You tell her she's a Skywalker and she's joining Luke. You tell her she's the daughter of a couple junk traders, and that's a different issue, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so it makes sense to me largely that as this is a Skywalker saga, you need a Skywalker around at the end. Otherwise, there are no Skywalkers, assuming Leia must die early in 9 to see the movie out. Kylo isn't going to suddenly have an about face. So there you go. You and Holly have talked a lot about the idea that he is the bad guy through and through and is not going to turn and be redeemed. So we're left with why Luke doesn't tell her who she is. And for that, you have to go back to his story where he had no idea who she was. And, when told, he could just not handle the truth. So largely because at that stage he had no hand.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So anyways, Luke knows the enormity of telling her who she is, explaining to her why they abandoned her as a child, all that stuff. It really makes sense that Luke wouldn't tell her the truth when they met. We were talking about how Obi-Wan was the character who didn't quite tell us the full truth or knew something and kept it from us.
Could be Ben then.
Yeah, I mean, could be. It could also be Luke.
Could be Luke.
Luke
seems to not know, though.
He does, but what he's saying, though, is that he understands the enormity of what it would do to tell her. And he kind of goes on to say that, by telling her, that may push her to the dark side. So let me read now just some of what he said here in this update.
Okay.
So let's see. You have a little debate about why Luke wouldn't have said something to her, which is what you just said right there. Is why wouldn't he tell her, right?
Yeah.
What was he supposed to say? Hey, I'm your dad. I'm the guy that dumped you on Jakku for 10 years because I'm a total screw up. Where's my Father's Day card? He says, you know. I do think Star Wars often rehashes ideas, and there was a lot in The Force Awakens that borrowed ideas from the original trilogy. True.
Yeah.
Luke took on board the lessons of Obi-Wan and Yoda and decided that right now, with a girl in front of him who Leia thinks is the best hope for the Resistance, but why you? It is plausible that he decides that dropping a bombshell on her that might lead her into a bad place or down a bad path, and we know where the bad place leads to, the dark side, right?
Yep.
And the Resistance, let's see, really doesn't need that right now. Need her going down to onto the dark side.
Yeah.
She's this new hope, this spark, right? Part of the spark for the Resistance. And so what Tim's kind of saying is that, like, you know, if we drop that bombshell on her, it could lead her down this path. And also, to add to Tim's thought here, I haven't finished what he said here, but I would say, look at what happened to Kylo. Look what happened to Ben when the bombshell is dropped on him about, you know, Anakin.
And all this.
Right, and I get that Luke ignites his lightsaber over top of him, but I bet there was something else there, you know, that was a part of his turn. That when he finds out that Darth Vader is his grandfather.
Well, not to mention you got Snoke whispering in your ear, God knows what.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's very similar to Anakin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me see here. He adopted. Yeah. So. Okay, and he even goes on to suggest that maybe she's an adopted, you know, daughter of some kind, you know, that from another master or something, you know, that he came across. Wow. Yeah, she was dumped on Jakku with the plans to find Luke, or was that just, you know, a coincidence, and watched over by, you know, Lor San Tekka, who knew Leia intimately, not in that way. Just like Ben watched over Luke.
Yeah.
It says, great work. Keep up the great work. You know, I've been a Star Wars fan since '77 when Episode 1 came out. I flew to New York to watch it as it came out. Wow, a week earlier in the U.S. Wow. You might say I'm a fan. Cheers, gents. Tim, this is all great. I mean, because he brings up some interesting points about, you know, why Luke wouldn't do these things. He even goes on here. The part that I didn't quite understand here, I'm just kind of reading back through it, is the adoption, right, of kind of like Obi-Wan takes on, you know, Leia's adopted, right, in an adopted family.
Yeah.
And Ben took Luke and Leia, right, back to their family, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You all right there?
Yeah, just repositioning the behind.
Wow, I thought you just got possessed for a second.
I just start levitating.
You're levitating, yeah.
Oh, we've talked about that.
That's
Good
the
grief.
Force.
Terrifying.
So, you know, I don't know. The thought is that she's a Skywalker, though, and that when you end the saga and you end it in a way that the good guys have to win, right?
It feels like it.
Who is the Skywalker who's still going to be standing there? You see, I mean, that's kind of what he's. That's what he's.
But if you're
to.
giving
here we go. Yeah, Tim, I'm sorry.
I did not think we were talking about episode 9 today.
You ticked a nerve with Mike.
No, not at all.
I'm kidding.
Because what I really liked about what he said is that if Ben knew everything there was to know, if she was a Skywalker, if you tell her, hey, you're a Skywalker, she's probably like, okay, well, I'm going to stick around with Luke. He's my dad, or he's my uncle, or God knows, I was created from his hand. Who knows? Like, I like what he's saying there. Yeah, why would he tell her that why not tell her that they're nobody? Like, then she can, I can kind of manipulate her and all that stuff. So I really like what he's saying there. I find it really hard to believe. Like, I don't know. Luke just seems so sincere. He had no idea who she was. So that's kind of a hard sell for me. But for 9, if this is truly the end of the Skywalker saga, I think it's absolutely okay that Ben remain, on the dark side and either dies or something like that, and that's how it ends. No one's truly gone. Maybe there's something for him in the afterlife. I don't know. Or maybe there is a moment, not of redemption, but he does something. I don't know. There's a moment of regret or something that shows you know what? There's still good in him. and his family knew it all along. I don't know if it's truly the end of the Skywalker saga. Why does it have to be a Skywalker on top at the end? It could just be their end, and you know what? Even the Skywalkers couldn't resist temptation and the dark side, and they can be manipulated too. And then maybe you go on and say, okay, so they weren't the chosen one then, you know, like maybe there isn't true balance and someone else is actually coming along, that the all the premonitions and the God, what do they call it, the prophecy, maybe it wasn't true. Maybe it wasn't true. They said it was misread, so who knows?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's all
Mike,
all
it's just it's a sad end to the Skywalker saga.
It is, man. I don't even want it to end.
I just think that's
know
what's
what
going to
saying?
happen. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see it. I
think Mike's prepping for the worst here, guys. He does.
You have to, because you know what? I already got my hopes up, and then everyone hated a lot of people hated The Last Jedi. I didn't hate it.
We didn't hate it, no.
But I'm just going in expecting that this is going to be the end. So when it does say the Skywalker saga will continue, get out of here. Then you all were wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm just expecting the worst.
I got you.
If that makes sense.
Okay. I like it. So anyways, that's
what
just,
she said.
Okay, she did.
Oof.
I'm expecting the worst.
Just a quick follow-up.
Never good.
Can't edit that out, guys. It was live. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah.
How's the feed? We're still strong.
I adjusted a couple things. We'll see if it
You're
works.
like, it's not even recording.
It's not even. We're good. You know.
He just quit the feed.
Just shut her
shut
down.
That's it. We're not live anymore.
We're done.
Yeah. I mean, throw a comment in there. Maybe people can. I hope they can hear us. Like, do you enjoy this? Does it seem more organic? Like, we don't really edit our podcast productions other than throwing in an intro and an outro. We don't cut stuff out. If you say something stupid, you say something stupid, and it's going on air.
Right.
But do people like this? Do they like the engagement? I want to know, because we put in a lot of effort for this, and and I think we can tweak some things to make it better.
Yeah, we got to work on the audio quality.
Yeah, for sure. But if it's something that people enjoy,
internet.
let us know. Like, let us know that you want us to keep improving on it, and tell more people about it. And
pick
have
a set
nice little
time
congregation.
Because even when we do the book reviews, it'd be nice when we do like the new canon books as they come out. We've got one coming out. Gosh, it's coming out next week on
the 5th or something.
So
like that?
those of you who are listening later to this recording, I think it'll be the day or two, a day after this podcast drops.
Yeah.
Gosh, the Padme book's coming out, right? The Queen's Shadow or something
Shadow,
like that.
yeah.
So that's a book Mike and I will read, and we'll try to review here on Rebel Watch. And if you guys are listening, and you're on live, you can add to that if there's something we missed, because in a book it's there's a lot, right?
Yep.
And there might be a part that really stood out to you that we need to hyper focus on a little
Absolutely.
bit.
That would be
we'd
cool.
love to do that.
That would actually be a really great idea, that if people can respond in real time to our thoughts.
And we'll all have the hardback edition, so you can just
let
us know what page we're on and paragraph and go from there. It'd be kind of cool.
Do you have a brief visual? Do you even want to reveal the logo for Brightree? Do we want to hold off
for Brightree?
Reveal it a little later, maybe.
I can do it at the end. I can do it here in a second.
We can do it at the end, or we'll publish it later or something.
I actually,
it's really exciting.
To raise the excitement, let me see what I have here. I do have several.
Oh, no.
It's just like, I could just picture as it's going to pull up like Word 2015, and it just says Brightree Village. He just types it out on a Word document. He's like, guys, check it out.
Check out the new. Yeah.
It is really sick though. There's a theme in everything.
I actually had a couple that I had picked out here. I don't know if Mike liked. I don't know which one he liked the most.
Well, yeah.
Maybe we reveal it later.
I don't know, Holly.
That might have to go on the Patreon.
I kind of like doing this right now
picture.
here. Yeah. What, the picture?
No, I'm. If you can show folks a little glimpse, a special treat for those that are listening live now to get a quick glimpse at it.
Yeah.
And then I'll delete it later.
Well, because we might delete this feed and show the actual recording
exactly.
later. So,
yeah, especially because they're flagging us for copyright on a freaking 5-minute song. But yeah, no, it's I'm excited, and there's a whole theme behind this logo too. It just is, I don't know, it excites me. Some of the stuff that we've had come in from some of the artists we've worked with feels a little anime to me. I'm not the biggest anime fan, but you know what, Ez is doing some cool things over there.
I really like it, man. I can't believe you don't.
I feel some
tension.
Yeah, there's a disturbance.
Yeah.
Usually tension is a good thing, but this is not so good.
I can't. What?
That's okay. We can work on it later. I just wanted to tease it.
No, I'm going to. Well, here, fine. Here, you know what? Fine. You know what, Mike?
Do you need me to send it to your email?
I'm literally gonna do this right now. I don't even know if you can do this. I'm just gonna slide it into Holly's scene here.
Do it live.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people are gonna see it literally like moving into the side. Like what? There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Me too. I have no idea what's happening.
All right,
I'm not running anything right now.
There it is. Boom! I just put it in.
Daniel just said. That's what she said. Daniel just said Mike hates everything but Star Wars.
Well, yeah, sometimes. No, I really don't. I just. We have so many friends in the podcasting business, and I call it a business because for their podcasts it is.
Right.
I just enjoy this is what we do though with our friends, and that's what people think that I'm like bashing people for real. Like these are my friends I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
we
no,
have a good time.
I actually really enjoy the spoiler alert, and don't tell anybody this who doesn't listen to live podcasts.
No.
I actually really enjoy Lord of the Rings, and I really enjoy Harry Potter, and I know a lot about it. I haven't read the books at all, but that I'm still a fan.
Yeah, you are.
I wanted to buy. Holly can corroborate this story. I wanted to buy the extended version of Lord of the Rings for $60.
You're kidding
at Best Buy. We might go get it tonight.
I'll go get it.
We have a Lord of the Rings night.
I mean, I'm down for that. But we had just bought all of the Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray, and the next day you're like,
it doesn't.
Let's buy
it does not hurt
version.
to have multiple copies in case something happens.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
because
right.
I told her I've never seen the extended stuff on Lord of the Rings. I've only seen the theatrical release. Hell, I was playing the freaking themes and orchestra, from 4th grade to senior year of high school. I was playing those themes. Well, maybe not 4th grade. It wasn't even out yet. But in high school, we were playing Lord of the Rings all the time. I love that.
Yeah.
So I have a lot. I got a lot of interest.
I hear you.
Star Wars is a big one for me, and
It's the biggest.
You gotta know, Mike just ends up being a lot of a character on Rebel Watch.
That's true.
I'm really a big softie.
He really is. He really is.
Really big softie. Really great guy.
He
Amanda said the extended versions are a must.
They are a must.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they are. I think tonight, as a family, we all go get the extended version.
Amanda's agreeing with us, right? Yeah. Right? I love how I'm reading Holly's comment too, where she's just like,
what is she slamming me on the feed?
Oh
no.
wait, guys,
Are
I have
you
to tell you,
freaking kidding me?
Michael,
She's defending you.
Michael's not seeing any of the comments.
No, look at this. It's blank. I got nothing going on. I'm running the audio on this production today. I ain't running anything right now.
No, I just said see. He's
Probably
not
good thing.
that big of a hater.
It's probably a good thing. No, I'm definitely not. Thank you. She's probably lying.
Hey, no,
I will trust it.
I can see it
This
as
is a
well.
big
So you're good.
Yeah, we're in this together.
Okay,
me
we'll
and
do
Azar.
Trust Falls later and see if you actually mean
That's
it.
also going to be a family family affair
Trust Falls
at Best Buy.
at Best Buy.
Holy smokes!
In the movie aisle.
I might even go live on the Rebel Watch Facebook of me purchasing Lord of the Rings extended version at Best Buy.
Let's
would
take
be
a poll.
great.
Would anybody watch that?
I think so. Ask them in the comments. You're running
yeah.
the feed.
Yeah.
I don't even think they can hear me right now. So,
Well, yeah, it's been
you
a
know,
struggle.
I can mute myself right
I think
now.
Ez already muted you.
No, you can still hear him. He's
Can you guys
messing
hear me? I
around.
just muted myself, so I
messing
am
around.
running the audio.
Oh man! Hey, what does everybody think? I just posted that. All I did was do the one that.
Yeah.
I put a light gray on it. It's like the silver.
I think it's. I mean, I
Yeah.
prefer the white, but you know what?
No, I will put the white in
That's
later.
perfect.
So we're gonna add a little Rebel Watch mark in there as well.
Yeah.
And maybe go. You like the white?
I love the white.
Yeah. Okay.
It just feels.
it pops.
It feels educational. It
Yeah,
just does.
educational. Yeah.
Hey, I have a request.
Yeah.
Can there be Bright Tree Publishing bookmarks?
That would
Wow.
actually be gorgeous
That'd be
for
cool.
celebration.
I would love a bookmark.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would love a bookmark.
I'm
Be
just
sick.
saying.
Be sick. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Well, I don't even think T Public offers those. So
Oh, we get.
There are a
some
lot
Etsy.
of printing service. Yeah.
yeah,
There's a, Columbus has a lot of really good printing services.
Okay. Yeah, we like to work with the local businesses here. Yeah, no. So, in all honesty, I really love a lot of things. I'm a big Civil War buff. I love Gettysburg. I love going to Gettysburg. I can quote the movie backwards.
Yes, you can.
And Ez knows that.
I do.
He is weakest in the center.
Yes. In the
It's really
center.
good.
He has
He will
reinforced
break.
himself on the hills and the rocks,
Yeah.
but he is weakest in the center. So I have a lot of interest. Star Wars is just, for half of my life, I've been a major Star Wars fan now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So and then we have a podcast for it. And
Yeah,
I
we're at
just
the
enjoy
heart.
busting your guys' chops, to be
Oh, we
honest.
know.
I love you guys.
We know, Mike.
I
Like,
might
look,
cry.
what's funny, guys, is that, Mike is not into the Star Wars hate, but,
But I like to hate.
But he likes to hate.
Yeah.
Mike used to have a hate speech every Wednesday with his buddy Khaled
That's
in
right.
college.
I
I would
did.
show up and I'm like, what's going on?
What the hell's happening
They'd
here?
let the hate out of their hearts.
That's right.
So they
You
didn't
got
take
to.
it with them into the world.
You got to get it out.
I liked that.
You got to get it out.
Yeah.
Everybody needs an outlet.
Amen. Even Chewy. Chewy. He heard his name.
His
He
ears went
heard
up.
his name. Can we get him some headphones? Or
There was a request for more visuals on Chewy.
a Chewy cam?
Got it.
I think we could get the GoPro hooked up. We have a
The
Chewy
GoPro
cam.
would be sweet. I think, if
Yeah.
the people want
Mm-hmm.
Chewy, they should get Chewy.
They should get Chewy. I agree. We'll get him his own cam. We'll get him his own feed. I mean, I don't know how, but we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I bought all these extra cables, so
yeah, we've
I mean,
got so many cables. I mean, I'm
more
surprised
inputs.
a fire has not started.
Me too.
here
Me
in the-
too.
in the studio. You know,
so I don't know. I have one more. If you want to,
Please.
you want to do one more?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we'll do some other stuff later. And what we were saying, you mentioned, not being able to do, a pondering with
Yeah.
Kenobi episode every week. It's a lot of podcasting.
It's just, it is, and also we like to have enough comments and theories,
absolutely.
to really go through. We have even more. I mean, I just only pulled two just so we
Yeah.
can kind of discuss here, and we can get kind of caught up on them. We're finding new comments on Instagram we didn't know were
They
there.
have been blocked, like good ones, like
Right.
cool, block the bad ones, but at least let us see the good stuff.
Right.
And after 9, well, not even, well, yeah, obviously after 9, but after the trailer and celebration, like
Yeah.
the conversation is gonna skyrocket.
Oh, it is.
It's
yeah,
gonna. I
it is.
cannot. I am so excited. Like I was excited for Celebration 2 years ago when we were kind of podcasting.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
we were.
almost kind of want to play, if we ever take a break, play that clip of us podcasting in the car.
Oh my!
On the way to
gosh.
Florida.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were podcasting then on a smaller scale. But I'm just like, I cannot wait to engage with everyone.
I know, me too.
And we're going to be so much more capable of engaging while we're there.
Yeah.
In real time. That's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome, actually. Really, really cool stuff. So, yeah, we'll get to the ponderings and keep sending in your theories, your thoughts. I mean, if it's episode 9, even if it's something that you saw in a Legends book that you want rehashed, I mean, we'll go there. I mean, honestly, not afraid to do that at all. So,
Absolutely.
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 All right, my friend. So it says, hello again, Mike and Ezra. And this is from, let me scroll down here. This is from Brent.
All right.
Says, I'd like to start by saying thank you for reading my email and discussing my thoughts on Han being tortured by Vader.
Yes.
Remember we talked about that?
That was awesome.
That was really cool. It was a really good one.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought of Kylo's hatred of Han stemming from his lack of Force ability. It might be because I've always thought of Han as being Force sensitive. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel that there are 3 types of people when it comes to the Force. Those that are simply connected to the Force, as all living things are. They make up the majority and give the Force its power. Okay. So that's kind of, in the last Jedi we learned that, basically everything, stems from the Force. It's connected to it, the, living creatures, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Second are those who can wield the Force, such as Jedi and Sith. Third are those who are guided by the Force. They cannot manipulate the environment with the Force, but are sensitive to its desires. They are best represented in Star Wars universe by the great pilots. Han, Wedge, the Fells from Legends, for example. Wow. That's a good one. Let's see. Anyways, I think that Qui-Gon misinterpreted the prophecy, mostly because, like a game of telephone, the prophecy itself was distorted over 1,000 generations.
yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Good point, right?
Yeah.
We kind of talked about, where did that originate from and how long ago,
Yeah.
what Yoda even says, right? It's something that could be misinterpreted,
Absolutely.
right? Okay, so I think that the Chosen One can balance the Force, not bring balance to it, such as Rey is the Chosen One.
Yeah.
When Yoda describes the Force, he speaks of life. When Rey tells Luke what she senses on the rock, she talks of both life and death. She goes straight to the dark hole without hesitation. In the Force Awakens novelization, when she battles Kylo in the forest, she recognizes her anger and the power she gets from it. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because that's the monster / beast, the monster, the look in her eyes that he references in The Last Jedi when they're Force connected, right?
Yep.
Anger and aggression is a natural response to fighting for one's life, and to not utilize this power would put you at a disadvantage. Finally, when she is fighting Luke on Ahch-To, she catches Luke when he trips. When I first saw this, I thought Luke caught himself, but he has a look of surprise on his face. I think this is because he can sense Rey's anger at him for lying to her about what happened, but yet she stops his fall, preventing his injury. I think that she has the power to use the dark side, but has a true heart, and her intentions are selfless and grounded in the light. The show is awesome. Keep the ideas flowing. Brent.
Right. Thank you, sir.
That's awesome. I like the idea, the thought that, well, first of all, I love the description of the different, how the Force, the levels, I guess, of we talk about people being Force sensitive.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost like, non-Force sensitive and Force sensitive, maybe we're trying to blur that line a little bit more. And I like that because, what's the impulse? What's the feeling? What is it that's guiding someone like Han to make the decisions that he makes?
Yeah.
Is it just him? Is it his free will? Is there something more? Is there a pull? Is there a tug guiding him in this direction? He has those great, abilities as a pilot, So I like that. I mean, Poe even as well, has those, abilities. He's more connected to that Force tree, and so we might say that he could wield the Force a little bit more than maybe a Han or a Wedge, But
yeah, the original trilogy did a great job of, I don't know, there's strengths on all sides. Like I don't think Han needs to be, Force sensitive at all. Just like Finn doesn't need to be, and he still serves a purpose, something that Luke can't do, something that Rey can't do, and then sometimes that's humility. Like I feel like we feel like, John Boyega, Finn might actually, that may be his role, is to kind of remind her, what her purpose is in this film. So And
I would just say, back to Brent's point though, that even if you're not, let's say, air quote, not Force sensitive, or you're one of the what's he say here? He calls them the third type, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're that third type, maybe if you don't want to call that Force sensitive, you call that the Force still has its will, and it's still working, even whether it's through other people or what have you. Maybe you're not guiding and directing it, but like it has its own sort of course and path, and brings people into your life that's no coincidence. Yeah. That's no moon, type of thing. So, that's interesting when you really look at the nature of the Force and what it is, it being its own character. It's has its own mind and will. It's very, very, very interesting.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Let's see. I also like here we were talking about, the bit with Rey. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that again. I always thought Luke caught himself, but, I always thought Luke caught himself with the Force.
Oh, he kind of saw that Rey did it. Is that what
he's saying? That he looks like, to him, he believes that Rey, kind of caught him, and there's that surprise.
Interesting. I thought it was.
I think it could go either way. Now that because I can vividly picture that, and it looks like he puts his hand out there to catch himself.
But he almost. I think I see what he's saying. He looks kind of surprised
a little bit.
In that moment, that maybe he's surprised by her kind of coming at him, but when he stops, it's like I always thought it was himself, but he kind of does seem surprised by it.
Right.
So maybe it is
like
her.
Could have been her. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do know that he has just recently been reconnected to the Force. It has,
shake off the cobwebs.
Yeah, shaking them off. Yeah. So. Anyways, cool thoughts though, Brent. I really like it, and I'm glad. I loved his thoughts originally too on just the torturing of Han Solo by Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And that. Man, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to see his son idolize someone like that, and right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was tough. That was a good conversation there. So,
yep, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, so don't forget again to send those your theories. You can send them an email. You can send them on Facebook Messenger, wherever. We like to get them an email, and you can send those to rebelwatchpodcasting@gmail.com. I've got links all over the place with the email and what have you. So, and there's great discussion going on in the Facebook. We didn't pull. We'll probably, for Pondering with Kenobi, pull that up and talk more about that, because we've got conversations about Celebration going on there. 9, one of the comic book series was brought up the other day. So really, really cool
The
stuff.
funniest meme I've seen of all Star Wars was about not Galaxy. Is it Galaxy's Edge? Is that the title?
Oh
of the
yeah,
park?
yeah.
Some person was standing at the state line. It says like "Welcome to Florida," and they had a sign in their hand that said the line for Galaxy's Edge starts here.
Yeah,
It
somebody
was
put that in the
funniest.
group.
That's so good.
That was really funny.
I don't know who created that, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'll say about the emails, I want to hear more about people's Star Wars story.
Yeah.
I want to hear, that's something we haven't heard enough of from people. If you're sending in an email with a theory, throw in your story. What brought you into Star Wars? What do you love most about it?
Yeah, because Tim's little connection to flying to New York.
That's
That
so
was
cool.
amazing. That
Yeah.
was so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
how did he just saw a preview for it and he's like, this looks epic. I'm flying to New York from the UK 5
Right.
days before it airs in the UK to go see it. Like, what a
Yeah.
great call.
What, great call. Yeah, yeah. So he's been a fan since '77. Flies out to New York.
That's
That's
awesome.
dedication, right?
That's awesome.
So Tim, have you ever been to Celebration? Have you?
Yes.
Because we'd love to. We know people come internationally
Oh,
for
yeah.
that, and I'm disappointed we didn't get to go to London.
Budget was a little tight.
But, yeah, it was-
Budget's still tight, so don't get any ideas.
Okay,
They better
all right.
be keeping it in the U.S. for a bit. but
Also, there have been
Yeah.
actually a lot of really good comments and questions, and
yeah,
I mean, I would call some of them theories going on in the
Yeah.
live chat.
let's throw them out.
That
Yeah.
I mean, like, play them or talk about them.
yeah,
not
because I
throw
was
'em
gonna
out.
say, I mean, some of them we haven't gotten to today, but
Yeah.
also like some of them might actually be topics that we would talk about more in depth, and
Yeah.
so I think that those would also be things like if it doesn't get touched on in this live
Yeah.
podcast right now,
Yeah.
go ahead and send those to the email or on Facebook or on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Are there some in particular that you want to read?
Well, we just had a bunch to think throughout the feed.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's been a lot of comments now. It's been really interactive, which has been awesome.
That is
but
awesome.
If
And
we don't
we
get
can
to,
use that for follow up too. Yeah.
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 If we don't get to bring it up when we're going live, definitely send those in again
Yes.
because we can talk about them.
And let me say this too. Like, I know a lot of you are going to be at Celebration. Do not hesitate if you see us to come chat us up. I want to get on camera your Star Wars story. My dream is to create a whole collaboration, right? As we talked about this years ago, we want our Star Wars friends to tell us their story. We want to record it.
We do.
And we want to create a like a collage of just people's Star Wars stories. I think
Yeah.
that would be sick. And I don't know if we talked about this before. This was our idea 2 years ago. And then Star Wars goes and does what is it? Our Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
And there's a live feed from Barnes and Noble when we
Yeah.
did that charity event.
Yeah.
Where we talked about it. And so
2 months later.
go check that
3
out.
months later, they started.
announced, oh, we're going to be doing this, and they're listening.
We're not saying that they're listening and stealing our ideas, but
we are.
We're saying they are.
Yeah.
So
So
There
go
it
ahead
is.
and copyright this. But I should have thrown a copyright flag on when you posted about our Star Wars stories or whatever. So we were going to
that's
talk
funny.
about my Star Wars stories, and it became a thing. So do not think that we are just trying to copy, Lucasfilm here, because this is something we talked about 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, and it's like they're not gonna. I mean, they're very selective. They're very, they're picking.
They're looking at the artists and
Yeah,
stuff.
which
that
I
are
think is
creating.
cool. That's
very
that's
cool.
awesome. We're
Yeah.
talking just to day in day out fans, people
Fans,
who have just
yeah.
came into the fandom,
Yeah.
people who have been there since '77, and so on. So it's really nice to hear just some of the stories. That's why I love listening to the podcast and hearing other podcasters talk about their obsessions, their stories, how they got into it.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating, and even just on YouTube, I've seen comments on other videos going back and forth, making references to little things. Holly's reference to the toy that she had.
Yeah.
I've seen that actually. I've seen that toy, and I remember it. And I'm sure other folks have seen it as well. It's it's a cool toy, and so. Yeah, I think that a lot of folks are connected to the toys. You had them growing up, and maybe you didn't, at least folks that are our age, So
Yeah.
I don't know, really cool.
It's exciting. So don't hesitate to come up and chat with us. And we, if you are willing, we'd love to, film you.
Yeah.
To get that on.
Yeah,
get that on
if you're
file.
not, we can record your voice either way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, wow. All right, friends. Well, this has been interesting.
Yeah. To say the least.
We've learned a lot. We've got to fix the audio quality on the live stream. It's still going to be good on the cameras and the typical podcast, but we are working on that live.
We will figure it out. Don't be surprised if you see us going live in the next couple days or even after this and we're testing.
We're tweaking, yeah. We'll find a way to make it go private. And we'll figure that out. Also, I wanted to shout out, or just wanted to mention, I guess, to the folks who listen on Podbean, on iTunes, and what have you. We know we have a lot of listeners who just prefer to listen there. Yeah. That's awesome and that's great. But hop over to YouTube when you get time and subscribe. Hitting that subscribe button really does help us. It really does. And one, it just boosts Mike's morale. All right, so it's good.
We've gotten away from it for a while, so I think this is a way to bring new blood back into the YouTube page.
The reason I was saying that is because, you know, if you're listening on Mondays when we release this, you know, we recorded this on Saturday. So if you wanted to influence the show a little bit, that's your opportunity. You'll get a notification that we're going live. And we're going to try to do these live shows on Saturday when we have time to set up, you know, and really get after it and do it justice. So, you know, just saying in the next couple Saturdays, especially leading to Celebration, we really wanted to kind of have an uptick in just discussion with you guys, fans, you know, of Star Wars and hear from you as we go into it. So I think there's going to be some big news dropping here in March. I think there might be a couple. I do, actually. I don't think there's any way that we can't get a title leaked.
I'm out on anything happening until Celebration.
I think it's. I just think it's going to happen. I'm not so sure that we need it, but I think it's going to happen. So we'll see. But,
okay.
Yep, my friends. Though there it is. All right. Well, I think that does it for us. Mike, I'm not sure how we're even going to outro out of this.
Well, as I'm going to give it my best shot. You know, we've never really done a live out, so I'm just going to kind of try it out. But
wing it. Yeah. Okay. That sounds great. So you know. Yeah.
I mean, I actually don't even hear anything, so you might as well just...
Yeah, might as well.
Do you hear anything? You know why you don't hear anything?
Why?
I'm an amateur at this. It's because it's muted.
Because you muted it?
Yeah. So you're seeing it live.
This is great.
This is the first live production, and I'm just... I'm so excited.
Listen to that. Guys, that outro's good. I'm sorry. It's great. So...
You ready to drop that beat?
It's coming, man. It's coming. So, anyways, I guess this is where I'm supposed to say, you know...
the Force be with you. How do you dub?
Dub or dab?
Dab.
Just, I don't know.
That's actually that.
I think C-3PO does it pretty well too.
That's the Thriller.
That's Thriller. Yeah.
Yeah.